Hello, everyone. Whether you celebrate Valentine's Day or know the history of it, or are single, or just not feeling in the mood, the intention is about love. And despite what's happening in the world, the common thread, the common healing factor is love. And I don't mean the Hallmark kind of love, though there is that. It's the kind of love that I've heard parents talk about with their children that they've never known this type of love exists. Of loving your neighbor as yourself, of Jesus in the temple overturning the tables because of love for his father and the truth. The kind of love where you don't see the separation between other humans and yourself. You treat it all as love, and you want there to be equality and justice for all. That's the kind of love that is dynamic. That's the kind of love that moves mountains. That's the kind of love that gets in front of what we've been talking about, the anger, the rage, the fear, all of that. Love can take precedence if we choose it. So feel into that. Where can you be love? Is it in your own healing? I brought up the energy of our personal stories of Epstein in our families and churches and communities and clubs. Is there something internally that still needs to heal? A family system, a avoidant attachment, a way of relating to others where they're a little lower down the food chain. No boundaries. Not being able to say no. People pleasing. Those things and so much more are a result of healing that still hasn't been done. The fight, flight, or freeze that's stuck on repeat. I certainly had that, the freeze. As I mentioned a few years ago, I was under massive personal and spiritual attack, and I folded, I froze. And not for a short amount of time. There was still healing that I had to do. Despite all the years, despite the coaching, despite the teaching, I still had this way of being that was triggered massively. So, can you be loved to yourself? Loving and compassionate. Is there someone in your community, personally or globally, a human, a child, a woman, a young man that has suffered, that has been violated, that to hold those responsible accountable is love for them. On top of having the foundations, the centers, the facilities where they can heal deeply body, mind, spirit, and at no cost. They've paid the price. And there's unlimited money. There's infinite wealth in the universe, and there's trillions of dollars floating out there electronically and in crypto world and all of that. And redirecting that to support those who have experienced these traumas so that they can fully heal. Is there love in action by not letting something perpetuate, whether it's people in power or in your church or a club? Are you willing to stand up for others? It's biblical of Jesus asking, how did you treat, and I'm paraphrasing, the littlest of these? So, not how did you treat me, how did you treat those less fortunate, those with a different skin color, nationality, or income bracket, or, oh, judgment, they were a sinner, things like that. How did you treat those? That was the question Jesus asked. And I don't personally believe in, you know, heaven, hell, the pearly gates, things like that. But for those of you who do, and you get there, what would you be asked? Did you actually help someone less fortunate? Or did you put your comfort or your investments or your friendships, your power in front of them? I mean, how's that going to go over? I mean, it's kind of the ultimate judgment, they say. So if that is your frame of reference and your belief, I don't think saying I'm sorry for it on Sunday is going to roll forward when you get to that gate, when you get to that judgment, when you get to that question. Just things to think about. And these are, you can take what's true for you, you can let it percolate. You can think, has nothing to do with me. Again, we all have choice. And something I have said for years is I want you to ask, no matter who it is this true for me? So, what is true for you? What is loving? What do you feel called to? What did you come to this planet for? Because we're not here happenstance. There is a particular reason. The you were born for such a time as this, like, my goodness, does the planet need all of us and all of our particular gifts and experiences and histories? It needs every single one of us fully empowered, in capacity, in ability, in choice. So think about that. What are you choosing? What are you aligning with? What values are actually being shown that aren't the ones you say, but the ones you actually have? And none of us are perfect. I certainly am not. I have looked in my history at times that I put, my own um, health or finances above someone else's, or again in the freeze when I just shut down and was in that survival state. In that survival state, you do not have your full capacity. You do not have your ability to even look outside of yourself. So excuses. It's a biological response. So as we've come together for these 6 days, integrate what you will, think on what you will, choose what you will. And begin the question, how can I be the change in the world that I want to see? And I look forward to seeing how this all matriculates in our system, in our world, because no matter the mess, God still rules, and God can bring good from this. Sending you much love, much peace, much gratitude just for our time together. And it's nice to show back up again in an unexpected way. As I said, I was planning a little softer landing, and then life happened. So, on this day that is intended to be about love, that is what I wish you. And not human conditional love, but Christ-like love, God's love, unconditional love, and love in action. Ciao for now.